Hello everyone, Camila here. Welcome to Earthing into Love. Another step today. And the step today is reaping what you have sown. And here, as you've seen in a couple of the videos over this beautiful journey of the 108 steps of Earthing into Love, somewhere at the beginning of this journey, just beforehand, I've sown those poppies in here. So it was a space where nothing was growing here. The fence was changed. It's in the garden of the house I'm currently living in. And yeah, so like with my friends, we um, spread beautiful seeds of um, wildflowers, and a lot of poppies came up. All the other flowers as well, but a lot of poppies. So poppies really bring this beautiful pop of color into the garden or into places where nothing really likes to grow. So like where the soil is not so fertile, and they are very, very resilient. So they are coming to the end of their cycle, but what they are leaving behind is, of course, those lovely heads in here. And in those lovely heads, what we have is, here we go, have a look, is the, can't really see, but is the multitude of little seeds. Yeah, so like lots of poppy seeds. They are very, very small, but out of one seed, the flower will grow. And this flower can have many flowers in it. So that means that pretty much like out of those seeds, they can be planted next year in another place. And with those beautiful poppies as well, I'll be picking the heads as I speak to you, because I will of course replant them. So save the seeds of the poppies and then use them again to bring a little bit of vibrancy into another place where I will be planting them. So with those beautiful flowers, there was also an intention. And the intention is always to serve people in the most efficient and best way I can. And I have a little bit of a notion on what it actually is, and what I'm doing right now is certainly the best service I can offer to people. And of course, I want to continue doing that, but also looking after my own needs and my own life. So here I'm living in a house, and this is a 57th address I'm currently living under. So many places I've traveled from already to be here, and it's a lot of energy every time you have to move the house. I'm sure some of you experience that at times, and it is a lot of energy to build new relationships and to come into those constellations of humans, their families, and the dynamics are very, very different. So things are constantly changing. So recently I got a little announcement of a notice from the house, which is coming about to fruition, I'd say soon. And it's nothing really new for me, because the moment I move somewhere, especially if it's a rented accommodation, of course I know that I will need to move out. So it's not really a surprise as such. It's absolutely normal, and this is the way I've been living my life till now. And but with that, every time it happens, I feel like the foundation of my life is being uprooted. So pretty much like all the roots I'm patiently and purposely putting into the earth and really earthing into the place I'm in, making an environment I live in, my home, um, is about to change one more time. But with those poppies, so like this is the whole idea. So like with those poppies, a lot of intentions have been sown. And the intentions of building my own house and building my own house in a very sustainable way, in a way which is nurturing for my work, and it's in full agreement with the way I live my life. And the way I live my life is to be in service to people, but also through that to the earth and to the soil. So the whole concept of the circle of life, um, sustainability, really caring for your environment, caring for the nature around it, planting, growing, nurturing, cultivating health, and really devoting your life to peace. This would be my wish for myself, but also for every single body on this planet, for every person, every animal, every plant as well. And I'm sure we can do this. I'm sure we can do this, and it happens through awakening to our own needs, awakening to our own realization of who we truly are and what we are built of, and awakening to the idea that we are love. And here I'm not talking about love as being something completely airy fairy and it's really lovely to dance around the fields, to sing to the sky, to the earth, and talk to the plants and the animals, and really have this beautiful moments with nature. But love is also facing all those difficult aspects of ourselves. So for me right now, it is the aspect that I'm walking this life in on the edges all the time, on the edges, and really fitting into different people's ideas of life, staying true to the authenticity and to the way of what I believe in. And quite a this is quite a journey. It's quite a journey for me to not sell my soul, not sell my soul to do things which I don't believe in. And in fact, in this journey and through this journey, the earthing into love journey, there is less and less beliefs, and like every single belief I have is being challenged to the core, and going through a lot of different moments, going through the moments of complete separation, going through the moments of breaking everything within to be able to put the pieces back together in a completely different way, in a completely different mosaic. Really going deep down into the source of what makes me feel safe in this world. What is it? Is it a home I'm living in? Is it the work I'm doing? Is it the relationships I'm having with people? Is it my family? Is it the way I dress? Is it the way I speak? Is it the way I express myself? None of those things. None of those things. They are just external manifestations of this very life, but inside, with this love pouring in, because I allow it to pour it into my body from the crown of my head, from my feet, all the way through. And it's like, okay, fine. I surrender as much as I know how to. I surrender. Yes, there's lots of obstacles, lots of trauma still to be released from the body, lots of experiences which are difficult, challenging, and I'm completely committed to really allow them to dissolve, change, and be transmuted through this alchemical fire of love. So now is a next stage of the journey for sure. Starting up, as it is a stage where, with a little bit more awareness, more than ever before, I will be planting. Not quite yet. First, I will be resting those beautiful seeds, like the seeds from the poppies. I'll be resting them for a moment and having a little reflection over the winter time of how this particular crop, how this particular sowing, how did it make me grow, and what new foundations I can set for my life so it's even blossoming on a wider scale, on a more sustainable scale, like wider in a sense of sustainability. So how this life can be more sustained, how I can really build my own home, sustainable home, how I can also continue to create the business which is sustainable and which is in full integrity with who I am at this moment of time. How is this possible? So this is this is a big, big, big foundational reflection and foundational seeds. Seeds, like like to create every life comes from the seed. Our life comes from the seed. It comes from the semen and the egg combined together, the feminine and the masculine, dancing in this beautiful act of love, of act of creation. So nothing can grow if there is no seed and there is no space to plant it. It's like, how can we ever grow anything? How can humanity grow? How can we grow as humanity and evolve our consciousness and evolve as beings and really lift our spirits, lift our energies, lift our health, and lift the way we are in the world? How can that happen? So they are just reflections, they are just questions, they are just ideas which are flowing with the completely new strength and in a completely new way. And yes, there is fear, and yes, there are moments when I feel completely shaken, and then I would cry, I would dance, I would use all the tools I'm sharing with you to be able to shift from the state of fear into the state of love. But of course, it happens gradually. So it doesn't happen from a place of despair all the way into this nice calmness and talking all really, really lovely. No, it happens in stages. So yes, there is despair. Yes, there is fear. Yes, there is sadness. Yes, there is grief. All of those things. Yet within that, there's also a tool, a capacity, a willingness, a motivation, and a force, life force within, which is actually propelling this very life forward, propelling this very life forward into the direction I'm not quite aware of as yet. So that's a practice. And this is to celebrate our harvest season, and of course to reap what we've sown to the beginning of the earthing into love journey, and starting to really see what it is exactly our spirit calls us upon to do in the world. I'll leave you with that for today. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day, and I will see you very soon. All the love.